All right, for the front casting deck, there's not much I'm gonna do right now. So when I bought it, it already had a piece of wood here, and this was already here to help hold that board, and then it was just setting on top of this bench. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm probably just gonna put it back right now. Eventually I do want to put a swivel seat in the very front, and it would be over this right here. So if I did want to do that, I would honestly just buy more of this stuff, except probably thinner. Actually, I would prefer to use the stuff that you use to hang garage doors. You can see that it's just 90-degree stuff, but you can cut that where the circles are. You can cut into there, and you can kind of mold it to the shape of the boat, and then that way I could set the board on that on both sides. Probably would take this out and then build out of really strong steel, some more of this 90 stuff, except without the holes, and I would literally just build what I have here, be straight, and then there'd be a bar there, here, and I would just set the board on it like normal, and then the chair would go on top of the wood just like that. All right, just got back from the store. This is the rug that I picked up. It's just one of the bigger, cheap, the indoor-outdoor rug. They had a few different colors, but I wanted gray. This was 22 bucks. And I have some little black screws that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna pull it over and then use those, I think, to secure it. But if not, I probably would have used some really heavy staples or something like that, but I don't have a staple gun, so I'm gonna try those screws and see how that works. But I'm gonna pull this off, trim back some of there, because I also grabbed the hinge for over there, which is only like 3 or 4 bucks. And then carpet this and throw it back in and see how it looks. All right, these are the screws I have. They're pretty small. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do yet. I'm gonna try just screwing them straight in, but I don't think that's gonna work. So I think I'm going to have to pull it over and use some of these thin strips of this OSB siding. Maybe rip them down to get them even smaller to be able to hold that back better, maybe fold it over or something like that. So we'll try the screws first. We'll actually test fit it, see if they work good, and if not, we'll figure something else out. Not done yet. Myself to do the front here. I just wanted to see how it looked in, see if I needed to do anything else to it. It looks really good though. So pop it in here and see what we'll need to do for the hinge. Oh, that's awesome. I think it'll work good, so fold this over and I'll throw the hinge in and we'll see how well it works. And then I think I'm just gonna put a piece of rope here and tie it to the other side. That way you have something to lift it up with. So I've got it up here and I've marked some holes and I have a drill bit. I also had to take this curled more, so I had to pry it out. I just used my use a pair of pliers and just pried that out. That way I can get the bolt straight through and stuff. But now I'm getting ready to drill through here. I've marked them up. There's another spot on the other side, but I marked it up. Drill through here and see if we can get it lined up, and then we'll drill into this and see how it works. All right, I got the hinge in there. I put some washers on there to help hold it because I drew the holes a little bit bigger, but it was the only drill bit I had. So now I need to attach it to the board itself. I have some of these screws. They're kind of like sheetrock screws. They might actually be sheetrock screws. I just know that they are 1 3/4 long, and I'm going to use them to drill in. I have 2.5 inch screws, but I think those are going to be too long. So I'm just going to use these to drill into there. The only thing is that this center one is a little high, and it might miss or really just split the board. So I might not do the middle one. I might just do the two sides because I don't want to split it, or I'll just have to aim it down. So we'll see how this goes really fast. All right, a quick tip, if anyone's doing it just like this, put these hinges closer to the center, more over here, or just do one big one, because I couldn't get my drill in there straight enough when it was out here. I could barely get this one on straight, but this one I could not. So I have to put the drill at an angle and put the screw in at an angle, which I don't like. But maybe it works out better, but I would have rather put them in straight. So if you do this, just make sure that you scoot it over enough to get your drill and it's not hitting right here, and you can drill them in straight. Okay, we got the strap put on now to be able to open it. This was just a spare strap I had lying around, and I just used some of those screws to screw it in there. The only thing is that it squeaks here in these corners because I had so much carpet left over, but I just left it there because I wasn't sure if I would need it later on, if I made a mistake or anything. So I could have cut that back. I knew I could have. If I want to, I can just go back and cut them. Apart from those things up there, you know, where it rubs, it's perfect. I love it. And one thing that I am glad is that, I don't know if it's hard to see on camera, but there's the grooves in the carpet. It's like a grain, and right now they're going perfectly straight. So just keep in mind, if that's a big deal to you, pay attention to how you have the board on and make sure it's lined up, because these are perfectly straight, which honestly I really didn't intend to do that, but it happened, and I'm glad that it happened the way it did, because I would have been mad if it didn't. So it looks amazing. All the lines are going straight. Honestly, it looks professional, and I don't know what I'm doing, so, but that worked really well. Now I got a console to do. I got 2 more decks to do right here, and then I still have one to do on the back here. So I got a lot to do. This project boat is still coming along, but stay tuned. I got tons of stuff coming, bunch of ideas, and we'll see where it goes.